Become a RealCatholicTV.com premium member. It's all the news that isn't fit to print.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium. CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Abortion for illegal aliens. The Obama administration says your tax dollars will be used to provide illegal aliens with transgender hormone therapies and abortion. The latest performance-based national detention standards issued by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, say pregnant illegal aliens waiting to be deported must be given the opportunity to receive counseling and access to abortion, and federal agents must make sure that they receive such services. However, the latest regulations could also block pregnant illegals from crisis pregnancy centers, as they specifically call for non-directive counseling. ICE agents are also required to, quote, inquire into a transgender detainee's gender self-identification and history of transition-related care, end quote, to make sure that they have everything they need for their sex change, whether it be drugs or mental health care. Blocking parental rights. The American Civil Liberties Union, or the ACLU, has been blocking the rights of parents to protect their children from abortion for the past 17 years in Illinois, but one legal organization says it's time for that to end. The Parental Notice of Abortion Act was passed in 1995, forbidding minors from receiving an abortion unless the abortionist gives the child's parents or legal guardian a 48-hour notice, though enforcement of the law has since been blocked by ongoing lawsuits from the ACLU. Without the law, abortionists cannot be held responsible for deaths that occur as a result of botched abortions on young ones, like a 15-year-old girl in Texas who died as a result of a torn cervix after she had an abortion without her parents' knowledge. The Alliance Defense Fund is filing a suit in court targeting the ACLU of Illinois in an attempt to make it clear an abortionist's bottom line isn't worth nearly as much as a child's well-being. Sharia Law Bias. An assault charge has been thrown out of a Pennsylvania court, and the judge is being accused of basing his decision on Sharia law. Judge Mark Martin, a convert to Islam, has thrown out the assault case of a Muslim man physically attacking an atheist dressed in a Muhammad costume during a Halloween parade, even going out of his way to lecture the atheist about being insensitive to Islam. Bridget Gabriel, author of a book about radical Islam in America, says there are 51 cases in American courtrooms where Sharia law was shown preferential treatment over the U.S. Constitution, and that there should be laws against such rulings. Gabriel is also the founder and president of the group Act for America, which is trying to pass a bill in states across the country forbidding foreign laws from being applied in American courts. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Today is Super Tuesday in the GOP nomination race, with 10 states and over 400 delegates up for grabs. As the day begins, Gingrich is up as a leader in Georgia polls, while Santorum has taken a small lead in Ohio over Mitt Romney, two states that have the most delegates to offer the winners. Meanwhile, Obama is holding his first press conference of the year today on mortgage refinancing packages, in what seems to be an attempt to steal some attention for himself and take some away from the Republican Party. Heart of Dublin stolen. The heart of a saint was stolen from its reliquary in the Emerald Isle over the weekend, adding to a string of thefts over the past year that have resulted in no arrests from Irish police. The heart of Dublin's patron saint, Lawrence O'Toole, has been taken from its reliquary in Christ Church Cathedral, leaving law enforcement with nothing more than security footage in an effort to try to identify the thief, who may have been among the 40 tourists visiting the cathedral on Saturday morning. Nearby objects of gold and other precious materials were left untouched by the thief, suggesting that whoever stole the artifact wanted it and nothing else, obviously not motivated by financial gain. Several pieces of the true cross have been recovered after being stolen from Holy Cross Abbey in Tipperary, but the jawbone of St. Bridget has also recently been stolen from a north side Dublin church and has not yet been recovered. To read more about the recent theft and about why Catholics value relics such as these, please visit our resource page by clicking on the link right outside the screen. Fluke or Fake? A controversial law student from Georgetown who has been making splashes in the media lately over a woman's, quote, right to contraceptive coverage may not be what she says she is. Sandra Fluke has been telling the media ever since she was asked to testify on Capitol Hill that she is like many other women, a victim on a Georgetown campus full of predatory men persecuted by the university's decision not to provide contraception. TheBlaze.com reports that after doing a little digging, it can be seen that Fluke has been a feminist activist for years, one who decided to attend Georgetown specifically after finding out their health care plan didn't cover contraception, and conveniently taking the stage just as forced contraception coverage became a national issue. Meanwhile, the Obama administration continues to spin its yarn through the Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius, who says to the public that the number of children prevented from birth by contraception and abortion will help pay for contraception for everyone. You can read more about Sandra Fluke and the full statement from Kathleen Sebelius on our resource page by clicking on the link right outside the screen. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. Also be sure to check out The Vortex, where Michael does some calculating to answer the question, what makes a real Catholic? Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.